welcoming you back here to the Cleveland State Lady Cougars versus the Motlow State women's basketball team. Grant Moore with you here, filling in for Jay Harper. Jay Harper producing here on the Game Time Sports Network. The Lady Cougars lead by 2 here at the start of the third quarter. Both teams on the floor. We were going to talk to Coach McWilliams. We had some network issues here and couldn't get down there in time for the interview. There would have been no interview to see. So the third quarter about to get underway. And the Lady Cougars, they played a good first half. Just started one of the Motlow State players ended up just getting it going, and it was number 15, Emma Sazanov, who started catching fire. She leads her team in scoring with 14 points. Leading scorer for the Lady Cougars is number 23, Macy Collins. So start of the third quarter. Motlow State will start with possession. There is number 5, Alicia Davis. Three-pointer from Sazanov, and she starts off the quarter just right with a three-pointer. 24-23 now. Kayla Lopez now. Over to Pender. To Thompson. Thompson drives right. Sends it back to Pender. Pender. Down low. Lopez kicks to Thompson. Three-pointer. Tries to counter back with one of her own. No good. Rebounded by Fletcher. She goes up to Stovall. Fletcher over to Winfrey. Winfrey to Sazanov. Sazanov drives. Goes over to Fletcher, and charge called. A good defensive play from number 3, Kennedy Baker, to force the turnover. Motlow State head coach Daniel Price just questioning that call there. Really saying that doesn't really make any sense. And now here is Thompson, the far left corner, and guarded pretty tightly there by Sazanov, able to escape. Lopez, an open three, too short. Kennedy Baker with a tough layup there, puts it in. Lady Cougars take the lead, 25-24. Stovall gives to Sazanov. Sazanov, three, good. That's 2 3-pointers. And if Lady Cougars want a timeout, going to be called by the Lady Cougars. Not liking what her team is doing against Sazanov, who was leading with 14, now has 20 after those 2 3-pointers. Coach McWilliams letting her team know the zone's not going to work there. At least the 2-3 zone's not going to work. You really want to guard that perimeter. Probably want to go man or the 3-2 and stop Sazanov from that little pick and pop that she's been doing. And that's how she got both them 3-pointers, a little pick and pop. So Lady Cougars have possession. Collins will inbound. Collins just gets it into Lopez. Collins gets it back, drives, spins, bad pass, and gonna go out of bounds. Motlow State ball. Motlow State leads 27-25 after the 2 big threes from Emma Sazanov, who is the leading scorer in the game, not even for just our team, in the game. She goes down low. Good defense by Kennedy Baker to get her hands up and prevent that pass from going to the corner. Lady Cougars have it. Lopez, open three. That is good. Lady Cougars take the lead. 28-27. And the timeout called by Motlow State. Only 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. Under 8 minutes to go, 7:55 here in the third quarter. Been a little faster pace here in this quarter. A little bit of a back and forth scoring affair. means Sazonov has 20 points now. And the one behind her is Sable Winfrey. She has 4. So Sazonov really carrying the load there for Motlow State. 28-27. Motlow State has the ball. Sable Winfrey will inbound. Freshman guard out of McMinnville, Tennessee. Went to Warren County High School. Gets it into Davis, who gives it back to Winfrey. Sazonov thought about 3. Pump fakes, drives, layup, no good, a little too strong. Rebounded by Thompson. Gives it up to Lopez. Fast break for the Lady Cougars. Thompson looking, gives it to Pender. That ball was almost picked off. Collins to Baker, no. Deflected by Motlow State. Katie Fletcher pulls it in. Over to Stovall. Stovall gives it to Winfrey. Far right corner. Kennedy Baker with some good D. Fletcher over to Winfrey. Winfrey goes to drives left. Stovall to Davis. Pender defending Davis. Davis loses the ball. Shot no good. And that's going to be rebounded by Thompson. Pender. She's defended by Stovall. Stovall. Referee's part of the court. That would be a live ball. But Lady Cougars retain the possession. 28-27, under 7 to go here in the third quarter. Ball was inbounded there to Baker. 3-pointer on the way. Rattles in and out. Rebounded by Baker down low. Goes up strong and puts it in for the Lady Cougars. Gives them a 3-point cushion. 30-27. Davis defended by Pender. Here's Stovall over to Winfrey. Winfrey looks, gives it to Sazonov. She's the leading scorer in the game. Winfrey drives right, gives it to Fletcher. Fletcher looks, pivots, has to give it back to Winfrey. Baker, good defense, good help defense, and it was blocked by, I believe, Pender and pulled in by Thompson. Collins in the corner, shoots a 3, in and out. Rebounded by Fletcher. Winfrey has it open lane, drives, can't put it up and in. Rebounded by Kennedy Baker there. Baker looks, calls for Lopez. Bounce pass to Lopez. 20 seconds, under 20 seconds on the shot clock now. Collins, fundamental mid-range, and it's good. 32-27. Winfrey. Katie Fletcher. Goes. Stovall. Sazonov, 3-pointer. A little too strong that time. Barely hit the other side of the rim. Here's Pender now. Tries to get it to Thompson. Well read there by Winfrey and swats it out of bounds. 32-27 the score. Cleveland State, the Lady Cougars lead. And number 4, Emily Denby, who's checked into the game. And I believe number 22, Renazad Houston, the one checking in for Macy Collins. Kennedy Baker drives, gets fouled. Got the shot off, but no and one opportunity. She'll go to the line, shoot 2. Kennedy Baker shooting a 62% clip from the free throw line this season, and the first one's good. 33-27 now. Baker's second free throw, good as well. Cashes in on both. Kayla Lopez coming out of the game. It's Kapana who checks in. Stovall up ahead to Sazonov. And that pass, little too much mustard on that one. Sazonov trying to send it back to Stovall. A little too high. I can't help but think Thompson was, or Pender was the one It was probably actually Baker. She was the one. She just inbounded the ball. She was the closest. Got a little finger on there and was able to prevent that layup. No good. Pretty good shot from Pender, though. Here's Stovall. Stovall gives to Denby. Denby over to Davis. Davis looks, drives right. Good defense from Pender. Davis throws it up off the glass and puts it in. Bit of a circus shot. Looked like she just threw it up because she was in trouble, and she was able to get it to fall. 34-29. That shot, Kapana no good, and tied up down low. Now number 23, Macy Collins, checking back in. Comes in for Ziara Thompson. Lady Cougars lead by 5 with 4:19 to go here in the third quarter. Collins, open three, no good. Baker takes a tumble in the seats there on the bench on the sideline. Would have been a good save and gets back in. A very, very tough defensive effort from Baker. Just an absolute hustle play there. Was nowhere near the play. Able to hustle back in. Forced the jump ball. It would be Motlow State ball, though. Sazanoff defended by Houston. Fletcher over to Stovall. Goes down low. Houston playing good defense on Sazanoff. Baker helping Houston, and a whistle was blown. And we're getting a sub. Martinez, the one checking in. She comes in for Fletcher. And another sub real quick. Kennedy Baker coming out of the game. I think she's going to see the trainers about something. I think she has blood on her knee. She's got the towel. And a shot clock violation. A turnover for Motlow State. 34-29. This ball tapped out of bounds. Will stay Lady Cougar ball. (34-29). Macy Collins will be the one to inbound. Kapana giving some movement. Thompson the one to receive the inbound. Kapana looks over to Pender. She's had a decent day shooting the three-pointer, and she cashes in on that one. Now a 37-29 lead for the Lady Cougars. Collins giving the chase there to Stovall. Sazanoff goes up, and foul called against Houston. Houston's from Tallahassee, Florida. Stands at 6 foot. She's a sophomore forward. Sazanoff will go to the line. Shooting at the 73% clip. Free throw no good. Lines up for the other one. The second one falls in. 7-point game, 37-30. Lady Cougars. Here's Kapana. Over to Pender. Pender drives left, gets down low to Houston. Can't hold on to it. Ball didn't cross the baseline, and that ball is tapped by Thompson. So Motlow State will get the ball. 37-30. Motlow State did go on a huge run there in the second quarter to cut the game to single digits. Denby three-pointer rattles in and out, no good. Here's Kapana. She's defended by Stovall. Stovall, Motlow State staying in the 2-3 zone Collins, back to Capana. Down low to Houston. Houston just goes straight up and one opportunity. So Houston will go to the line. And she had a bit of a struggle there from the line. 41% from the free throw line, 14 of 34. And make her 15 of 35. Good on the free throw, 10-point lead, 40-30. Stovall gets a screen from Sazanoff. There's that pick and pop that's been so dangerous. Three-pointer, no good that time. Rebounded by Collins. Capana looks. A lot of movement from the Lady Cougars. Swings it over. Thompson, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Houston, just reached over. I believe reaching over Martinez and just grabbed the basketball. With 1:49 here in the third quarter. We get some subs. Capana defending Davis. Handoff to Stovall. Martinez looks, gives it to Denby. Denby following. A lot of give and go type deals. Davis, layup no good. Rebounded by Pender. Pender picked up by Stovall on the defensive side. Collins gives it back to Pender. Pender over to Capana. Nice ball movement. Thompson, three-pointer. Good from the corner. And now the lead up to 13. Davis, Sazanoff. Sazanoff gets the ball poked loose and turns it over. And pass too high there. And too far for Erin Dixon to get there. Another turnover for the Lady Cougars. Davis gives it to Martinez. Martinez over to Stovall. Swings it over to Sazanoff, who goes up in the paint. And Sazanoff tried to go up for the layup and got caught up with Pender there. And the ball last touched by Pender. Pender from Dalton, Georgia, went to Northwest Whitfield High School. Nice inbound play, no good from Sazanoff. And Denby going to get called for a foul. And the Lady Cougars are in the bonus after that one. Not that the bonus is really going to matter this late into the quarter. But here is Capana. Motlow State staying in that zone. Collins kicks it back over to Capana. Capana three. Just a little off to the right there. A little too strong as well. Last touch by Erin Dixon, who tried to get the offensive rebound. And Motlow State trying to go a little up-tempoed there, getting a little ahead of their referee. 25 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Now 20 seconds, 43-30. Martinez over to Stovall. Stovall top of the key. Gives it to Sazanoff. She's defended by Dixon. Dixon, good movement there on defense. Nice help and a good wraparound there. A hockey term there. Dixon throws it up. No good. To end the quarter, just a little short off the rim there. But the Lady Cougars go on a huge run with a few three-pointers there in the third quarter. And they have a 13-point lead over Motlow State, 43-30 at the end of the third. We'll come back in about 30 seconds here on the Game Time Sports Network. Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here. Grant Moore here on the play-by-play duties. Producer Jay Harper here on the Game Time Sports Network. Here is Capana over to Macy Collins. Still sticking with the 2-3 zone. And Dixon down low. Goes up, layup, gonna be fouled. We just got the third quarter stats. I'm gonna break down the long range ball there. Dixon is only 3 of 5 from the line, so she doesn't get fouled super often. So 60% free throw percentage on the year so far. And the first free throw is good off the front iron. The Lady Cougars from 3-point range in that third quarter made 3 3-pointers. They shot 3 of 10, 30%, but those 3-pointers add up quick. And the second free throw, no good. Davis up to Martinez, goes up and under, tries to reverse, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Cougars. Here's Pender. Pender looks, goes to Collins. Collins down in the corner to Thompson. Thompson drives right, gives it back to Collins. Bad pass there from Collins, a little out of Pender's reach. And now you'll see Sable Winfrey and Katie Fletcher back into the game for Motlow State. Here's Alicia Davis. Katie Fletcher drives right, defended by Collins. Winfrey. No good on the layup, rebounded by Dixon. Here's Capana. Collins to Pender. Pender way back over town. Pass fake to the corner where nobody was. Pender shoots a 3 and rolls around out of the rim. Rebounded by Winfrey. Winfrey looks, crosses over to the left. Sazanoff hesitated on that 3-pointer. Usually she would have just pulled the trigger. Davis to Fletcher. Fletcher defended by Dixon. Sazanoff again, drives left. Looks, gets tied up down low, gets it out to Winfrey. She struggles to corral the ball. 3-pointer from Stovall, no good. Rebounded by Capana. Capana, she takes it. Slows it down a little bit, had nowhere to go. Some subs getting ready. Capana over to Thompson. Thompson high post to Dixon. Dixon looks, gives it back to Thompson. Pender over to Capana. Capana down low to Dixon. Dixon looking, gives it high post to Collins. Collins to Capana. Some beautiful ball movement there. 3-pointer no good though. Collins fighting for the offensive board. Ball's on the floor, and Katie Fletcher able to pull it in. Sazanoff goes in, drives, left-handed layup, a little too strong off the glass, but picked up by her teammate Sable Winfrey there for 2 points. Cuts the lead to 12, 44-32, 7.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pender looks. On a high post to Collins. Collins gives it to Pender in the corner. She's just going to pull the trigger on that one. No good. Thompson fighting for the offensive board. Couldn't pull it in. Sazanoff pulling it in instead. Katie Fletcher. Pump fakes. Gets picked. Up ahead to Thompson. Thompson drives in. Layup no good. No foul called. Rebounded by Stovall. Stovall up ahead to Winfrey. Winfrey. She drives. Layup called, foul, and the layup is good. I think they will call this a shooting foul. They did. So Winfrey can cut the lead to 10, or 9, excuse me. Lead already 10, 44-34. Kayla Lopez comes back in. Kennedy Baker checks back in. Macy Collins comes out, along with Capana. Free throw good from Stovall, or Winfrey, excuse me. And here is Lopez. Lopez, Pender. Pender looks. Gives it to Baker, who's done as what would Lopez shoots a 3. Rebounded by Baker puts up the mid-range shot, doesn't get it to fall. Winfrey gives it to Davis. Davis crosses over, goes up, and going to be called for a foul. But what I was saying about Baker is that she's been doing what Alabama basketball would call the blue-collar work, diving for the loose balls and just hustling on defense and hustling all around. As Davis gets ready to shoot this free throw, and it is no good. Davis is shooting a 55.8% clip on the season. She makes the second one, cuts the lead to 8. You know, basketball leads can disappear in a hurry. 44-36. Lady Cougars lead by 8. Pender gets it. Thompson, three-pointer. Good! An absolute swish bomb from Thompson. Gets away with a carry. Thompson gets the loose ball. Baker taking it down. 6 minutes to go here in the game. Pender, three-pointer. Little short, hits the rim, rebounded by Baker. Ball goes off Baker's foot. Pender got it, goes up for a layup, and puts it in. 49-36. Davis goes up strong. Layup not going to go, but is called. There is a foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Number 23, Macy Collins, coming back in for Thompson. As we wait for Davis to shoot this free throw. And it's good. First one falls. 5:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw, good that time. 49-38. Here's Lopez. Lopez drives to the left. So Motlow State stuck with the zone. Lopez tries to get it down low to Houston, and Houston just playing some hounding defense. And here's Winfrey. Winfrey over to Stovall. Stovall to Sazonov. Winfrey gets picked. Kennedy Baker, an open fast break for herself, slows it down, and puts it up and in for an easy layup. Fundamental stuff there. 51-38. Davis to Winfrey. Winfrey gets it to Stovall. Pump fake in the corner. Takes the mid-range jumper and then puts it in. 11-point game, 51-40. 4:36 to go here in the game. Lopez, top of the key to Collins. Collins looks, kicks it back out to Lopez. Lopez wanted to go down low, wasn't there. Starts dribbling, gives it back to Collins. Here's Pender, gonna shoot a three again, no good. Rebounded by Sazonov. Sazonov up ahead to Davis. Easy 2-on-1 fast break. Fletcher, that ball off the glass, rolls in. 9-point game, 51-42. 4 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. I hesitate to say game because, you know, anything can happen in the game of basketball. What a pass from Lopez to fit that into the corner. Pender didn't even see it coming until the last minute. She was able to catch it. Here's Collins. Goes down low to Houston. Houston. Rebound. And I think that's either going to be foul or that's going to be travel, and I believe they called that a travel. Motlow State will take over. Coach McWilliams wants a timeout. Only takes a 30-second break. 3:40 here in the fourth quarter. Lady Cougars lead 51-42. Motlow State, they went on a run there in the second quarters. And they've already been down double digits once or twice, and they've cut it to single digits. So there's no reason to believe that they can't do it again. 3:40 Lady Cougars have 3 fouls against them, so you want to be careful not to foul. You don't want to put your opponent in the bonus here in the fourth quarter, because at that point any foul would send them to the free throw line. Motlow State played a pretty clean fourth quarter, only 1 foul against them. So they'll have about 3 or 4 fouls to give if they find themselves down in waning seconds. Here's Stovall. Down low to Davis. Davis, layup too strong. Rebounded by Collins. Collins brings it up, gives it to Lopez. Lady Cougars kind of taking their time. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Thompson. Thompson to Lopez. Lopez to Collins. Collins going to shoot a 3. They give it to her. No good. Houston tries to grab the offensive board. Can't. Sazanov holds it in instead. Up ahead to Winfrey. Winfrey looks. Here's Davis. Davis. Sazanov going to pull the 3. No good. Rebounded by Baker. Gives it to Kayla Lopez. Lopez. Under 2:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Collins, that pass picked off. Here's Winfrey. One-on-one with Lopez and draws the foul. That's going to do Motlow State a favor. Stops the clock. And Winfrey, if she made both, could cut it to 7. 51-42. Motlow State now in the bonus as well. And the first free throw's good. Davis and the rest of Motlow State getting situated. Winfrey's second free throw good on the 1-and-1 free throw attempts. Collins coming out of the game. Pender checks in for her. Baker comes to inbound. 2:37 remain here in the fourth quarter. And last touch by Winfrey there. It was a dangerous pass to the corner there. People get trapped down there. It's harder to get the ball out of your hands. It's the shortest three-pointer, but it's also the most dangerous place to be caught with the basketball. Collins goes long to Baker and puts it a little too far, and that's going to be a loose ball foul. Davis tripped up Baker there. And the Lady Cougars retain the possession. 51-44. Lopez looks, trying to get it in, gets it into Collins. Here's Collins. Lopez fakes left, goes right. Collins over to Baker. Baker kicks to the corner to Lopez. Good ball movement. Collins a 3. No good off the back iron. Houston couldn't pull in the rebound, but Baker there to clean it up. Out to Pender. Pender over to Baker here in the corner. Baker drives. Foul's going to be called. And the Lady Cougars will keep the possession. 51-44. Motlow State in the bonus. They got 2 more fouls to give. Houston couldn't hold on to the ball there. Gets it to Collins. Collins too short, but gets a foul called. So she'll go to the line, shoot 2. And even 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Collins, first one no good. It's one of those situations here in the waning minutes of the game where you got to make your free throws because they could come back to haunt you. Misses both, and Winfrey pulls in the rebound. Winfrey drives, layup no good, rolled on the front side of the rim there and would not fall. Baker looks, defended by Davis. Over to Lopez. Standing on the logo, drives left. Lopez, timeout called. And Lopez looks a little shaken up. Full timeout. We'll step aside for just a little bit. Here on the Game Time Sports Network.
It's Jay Harper. Join me and Nashville radio legend John Bozeman, known as Johnny B, as we gab about all things radio, entertainment, and music in the Circling the Drain podcast. We share stories and experiences from our more than 90 combined years of being in the biz. Yeah, we're old. Come along for the ride. You never know where it may take you. It's the Circling the Drain podcast, available every Wednesday morning on all podcast platforms.
And welcome you back here on the Game Time Sports Network. Cleveland State Lady Cougars taking on Motlow State Ladies women's basketball team. Grant Moore with you and producer Jay Harper on the game. 51-44, the Lady Cougars lead by 7 with 1:34 to go here in this fourth quarter. Here's Pender. This ball's tapped out of bounds by Stovall. And we're waiting on an inbounder for the Lady Cougars. It'll be Collins. Referee directing traffic there. 1:29 here in the fourth quarter. Collins looks, gets it to Capana. Capana drives right, uses some speed, throws it down low to Houston. Houston goes up, and what would typically be a shot clock violation, Winfrey goes up, off the glass, no good, rebounded by Baker. Baker gets it ahead to Capana. Great find there on the fast break opportunity. Capana really just trying to play keep away. Davis defending her. Capana goes up. Layup good. And that makes it a 9-point game. Davis gives it to Fletcher. Fletcher, Sazanoff, drives left, gives it to Stovall. Fletcher goes up, no good. And all that has to happen is Houston throws up a layup, and a blocking foul is going to be called. That'll send Houston to the line. 53-44. And Houston will be at the line to shoot two. First one is short. Got to get the elbow up there. 39.2 here in the waning seconds. Second free throw, good that time. Makes it a 10-point game. Winfrey. Lady Cougars kind of play a press. Davis, layup good. It's going to stop the clock, makes it an 8-point game. Collins just has to really get it in. Winfrey. And I think a foul just went against Motlow State here. And that means the Lady Cougars are in the bonus. So they'll shoot the 1-and-1 free throws. The foul shooter for the Lady Cougars is Pender. The first free throw is good. Second one on the way. That one no good. Rebounded by no. Timeout called by Motlow State. 30-second timeout. 29.6 to go here in the fourth quarter. An 8-point game, 54-46. Lady Cougars lead. Both teams in the bonus. Emily Sazanoff Emma Sazonov has 21 points there, or had 21 points there at the beginning of the fourth quarter. We'll see how much she scored here in this fourth quarter. As the Lady Cougars, with 30 seconds to go, are looking to really just prevent any kind of three-point basket or anything to really put them in danger of possibly blowing the lead. Winfrey gets it into Davis. Sazonov had an open three opportunity. She's going to shoot it. Puts it in. And a timeout called by head coach Price. 54-49. A three-pointer, the one thing that you didn't want there, and it only took off 7 seconds of the clock, and that's dangerous. Now, we'll say it did take a minute to find Sazonov, so those 7, if you find her a little earlier, you probably save yourself about 2 or 3 more seconds. 54-49 game. It's a 5-point lead. 23.7 to go here in the fourth quarter. And Collins will inbound, gets it into Capani, using some speed to burn, and goes up, layup, good, foul called, and one opportunity. Say speed kills, and Capani getting the step there on the Motlow State defender. Gets the foul called, puts the basket up and in. Has an and one opportunity. The free throw is good. And another Motlow State timeout. 18.4 here in the fourth quarter. 57-49. 30-second timeout for Motlow State. Lady Cougars just have to play a good defensive possession to really put this game to bed. Both teams in the bonus. (57-49). Motlow State with the basketball. Winfrey will inbound. Sazonov gets it, drives right, has no space, and tied up. That is Motlow State ball. 13.1. Good defensive stand there from the Lady Cougars. Davis gets it. Winfrey. And her foot slips there to the sideline, and that's going to be out of bounds, and the turnover for Motlow State with 9.5 to go. That might have about done it. Gets it into Baker. Baker looking for some space. Gets it across the half line, and the Lady Cougars going to run out the rest of that clock, and they take home a W, 57-49. An impressive win from the Lady Cougars. And a good game at that. Final score, 57-49. Lady Cougars beat the Motlow State ladies basketball team. And we get ready for the men's game. We'll have some stats for you when we come back here on the Game Time Sports Network.
It's Jay Harper. Join me and Nashville radio legend John Bozeman, known as Johnny B, as we gab about all things radio, entertainment, and music in the Circling the Drain podcast. We share stories and experiences from our more than 90 combined years of being in the biz. Yeah, we're old. Come along for the ride. You never know where it may take you. It's the Circling the Drain podcast, available every Wednesday morning on
And we welcome you back here. Little post-pregame show kind of deal going on here. We have the final stats for the women's game. The leading scorer, Emma Zazanoff, ended up with 24 points. She had 5 turnovers. She did pull in 11 rebounds, so a double-double, an impressive night for her. 8 of 21 from the field, 5 of 14 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Motlow State shot 76.9% from the free throw line, 23.8% from three-point range for the game. Their total field goal percentage was 30.9%. Pretty balanced scoring attack from the Lady Cougars. Kennedy Baker knocking in 10 points. Sloan Pender pulling in 8 points. Had a rough night from the floor, 3 of 16, 2 of 13 from three-point range. She did have 5 assists. She had 7 rebounds. And Kennedy Baker also had a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Houston had 8 points. Macy Collins also had 10 points. Zara Thompson had 9. She was 30% from the field, shot 33% from three-point range, and Kayla Lopez had 6 points with 5 assists. She also had 3 turnovers. Macy Collins had 4 turnovers. And those are the numbers there for Lady Cougars. For the game, Lady Cougars shot 32.8% from the field, and that's all in all. From three-point range, the Lady Cougars struggled 20.6%, and for the game they shot 42.9% from the free throw line. First quarter, Motlow State only scored 4 points. Cleveland State, the Lady Cougars scoring 13. Motlow State scored 17 in that second quarter. Cleveland State 10, and then a big double-digit quarter from the Lady Cougars. 20 points notched in there in the third. Really kind of gave them the edge. Motlow State did outscore the Lady Cougars in the fourth quarter, 19-14. But that 20-point third quarter really did the Lady Cougars wonders there for to pull that game out and win. 46 total rebounds for the Lady Cougars, 41 for Motlow State. So a very close number in rebounding. 18 turnovers for Motlow State, 15 turnovers for the Lady Cougars. So taking care of the ball for Motlow State. 5 of 21 from three-point range, Motlow State, and Lady Cougars 7 of 34 from three-point range. So a rough go from the three-point line tonight for the Lady Cougars. We'll come back in about 10-15 minutes for the men's game to get started. And we'll return here on the Game Time Sports Network.